If you've played Minecraft in the past 7 years, you would know about Minecraft Live. Minecraft Live is an event that has been a replacement for the in-person Minecon, which, if you don't know, was a cringe fest. It was a cringe fest.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
And this event has been one thing that unites everyone together, with a vote for either a mob or a biome, with things being promised to be added. Do these things ever get added? Well, let's take a look and make sure to subscribe. The first Minecraft Live wasn't actually called Minecraft Live, it was called Minecraft Earth, because it was the first Minecon that was live, so they called it Minecraft Earth. I don't know. This was also the first thing to introduce a mob vote. What was the mob vote? Well, it was a place for fans to vote on what should be the next mob in Minecraft. This first mob vote had 4 very basic designs with, not a lot known about what each mob would do, what they would add to the game, or whatever, with just very basic names. We had Mob A, known as the Barnacle, Mob B, known as the Phantom, Mob C, known as the Great Hunger, and Mob D, known as the Wildfire. Mob A was described by Jeb as something that exists in the depths of the ocean, that has a big tongue that will pull you out from above and pull you into the water. Mob B was described, well, it's the Phantom. You know what a Phantom is. I don't need to explain to you what that horrible mob is. How did we let this happen? Mob C was a mob that helped you get rid of enchantments, which helps you re-enchant those items into other things. And Mob D was just a fancy blaze. That's it. Obviously, Mob B won the vote, somehow, and the other mobs were lost to time. Or were they? I'll get back to that in a bit, but let's go through the other votes. In 2018, specifically for the Chinese market, there was a second mob vote that had several new basic mobs to be added to the game. I couldn't find much about this vote, but it did happen, and we all know the winner as the winner that was added to main Minecraft. The candidates were the crocodile, the golden monkey, the deer, the pink dolphin, and the panda. These would have been some pretty interesting additions, but the pink dolphin would have probably just been a reskin of the other dolphin mob. Obviously, all of these mobs were based on real life animals, and the panda was the one that ended up winning and was added to Minecraft. Bet you didn't know that's where the panda came from. Also in 2018, the next Minecon Earth happened. Yes, at this point it was still called Minecon Earth, not to be confused with Minecraft Earth, of course. This vote promised that every biome with its new features would be added to Minecraft even if it didn't win. It's just the one who won would be added first. The candidates were a desert that added palm trees, meerkats, and oases, if that's how you say that. Then there was the savannah that added so many things like ostriches and stuff. And then there was the taiga, which added sweet berries, campfires, and foxes, which was obviously the one that got added. However, something was weird this time. Every biome was promised to be added, but only one of them has been added. But who cares? Now it's time for the 2019 biome vote at Minecon Live. Yeah, they changed the name. We have the Badlands, the Swamp, and the Mountains. And of these selections, the Mountain one, which added the snowier snow. And goats! This biome actually became half of the Caves and Cliffs update, which was weirdly split into 2 parts, but we'll get back into that further on. The other 2 biomes, the Badlands and the Swamp, also had some interesting stuff, with the Badlands adding like tumbleweeds and vultures and a new cactus, and the Swamp adding boats with chests and frogs and mangroves. Say, wait a minute, that's the one that got added! For this year's Minecraft Live, yes, we finally have the name Minecraft Live, we had another mob vote. This time it was to add mobs from Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft Earth. No, not Minecon Earth, that's a different thing. For this vote, the losing mobs were shelved, and this was promised to the audience when it happened. But this vote is when we started to get some controversy. In 2020, one of the biggest Minecraft servers was the Dream SMP, a server full of the biggest Minecraft creators like TommyInnit, Dream, Bad Boy Halo, George Not Found, and many others. Mainly men. I'm not here to talk about, the drama on the Dream SMP and how it was badly managed and how, the creator of it has a big ego, but I am here to talk about how the creator of it has the biggest ego ever seen. When Minecraft Live was happening, many live streamers were live streaming the stream or live tweeting the stream, and Dream happened to be one of those ones that was live tweeting it. Something interesting about Dream is that at least in 2020, he had no control over his fan base and would let them pretty much just dox people for fun. And they would do anything he says blindly and take it way too many steps too far. This is not uncommon with content creators, it's just Dream was the biggest example of this happening. Dream had become one of the biggest content creators on the internet, and he had no control of his fan base, which was horrible. The mob vote announced that the Moobloom, the Iceologer, and the Glow Squid were the things that you could vote for, with the Glow Squid being the obvious worst option, as it didn't do anything. However, Dream decided that it would be funny if they did add the Glow Squid. So what happened? The Glow Squid happened. The Glow Squid somehow won the mob vote, and many people were not happy, as this meant that the Moobloom and the Iceologer would never be added. I wanted the Iceologer, by the way, just in case you were wondering. The next mob vote had this same promise, that the mobs may or may not be added in the future. Something that again, I will bring up later, I promise. This mob vote had the Glare, the LA, and the Copper Golem. Each mob added a feature to the game that, although not needed, was an interesting addition. The LA ended up winning and the other two mobs were Shell. There's not really much to say here, but I personally think that the Copper Golem would have been cool. Minecraft Live 2022. This mob vote was different. Normally, each mob vote happens during the show. However, this year they decided that it would be right before the show to get more views and let people change their votes, as it didn't take place on Twitter, where that's a thing that you can't change your votes. This year never promised that all the mobs were going to be added, but it was also never promised that they wouldn't be. More on this later. Except now it's in like 30 seconds from now. Just wait a damn second! The mobs this year that were announced were the Sniffer, the Rascal, and the Tough Golem. Something tells me that Mojang really wants to add a golem, like a new golem that isn't the Iron Golem to the game, but you know, whatever. And the Sniffer ended up winning. I honestly couldn't tell you what it does because I haven't played Minecraft in the past year. 3 mobs were announced for the mob vote in 2023. The Crab, the Penguin, and the Armadillo. Wait a minute, why do people think Mojang is lazy? I mean, hell, they update their game every year to add more and more stuff. If you look at other games that were released in 2009, it's not like they're still getting updates. So what's the difference here? What makes Minecraft fans so entitled? What's even weirder is that many of the times that we have been promised that the other things would be added into the votes, there's a clear pattern that they would actually be added to the game. And even with the 2017 mob vote, every mob that had been, announced to vote in or whatever was reworked into something else anyway. Even with that Blaze sort of thing being added sort of to Minecraft Dungeons. So what makes this one different? What makes this one different? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is different. That's the answer you were looking for. This notion of Mojang becoming lazy actually comes from the versions of Minecraft that have been released previously. And recently. See, the Caves and Cliffs update, which was slated to be the biggest Minecraft update ever, release with just way too much stuff in it, was split into 2 parts. But then the Wild update, which came after the Caves and Cliffs update, seemingly just added everything that the Caves and Cliffs update didn't add. This led to Minecraft fans thinking that they were deserved more. Why did they think this? Because mob developers can add things with ease. Something I don't think many people have figured out is that mob developers are very different to game developers. See, mod developers also add code to the Minecraft Java version. Whenever they create a mod, they don't have to get it approved by anyone. For example, let's look at the Minecraft poop mod video that I made. I installed 3 poop related mods into the game, with half of them colliding with what the others did and whatever. These mods were specifically coded with Minecraft Forge in mind, which is the thing you install to install other mods, and were made for one specific version of Minecraft Java. Commonly that's 1.12.2, but you know what I mean. They're made for one version of the game. For some reason, it's always the 0.2s. However, when Mojang adds something, they have to hard code something into the base game, make sure it's future-proof, get approval for adding this feature, make sure you can add it under Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, Apple, and Google, and many others' guidelines that they have, and put it into 2 completely separate versions of the game, Java and Bedrock, and make sure that it works on every single platform. So once again I ask, what's the point of making Nazi-like propaganda for a Minecraft mob vote? Oh, is it because you want all 3? Well, if you want them so bad, why don't you add them yourself? I'm sure people will, and I'm sure this whole propaganda thing will be nothing in the grand scheme of things. But I think some people just need to understand the troubles of Minecraft development. Tame your phone, quackers.